Hello followers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft, and we're here today just about to head over to the snow golem farm. And I've been working on this quite a bit since the last episode, working out issues and so on and so forth. So here it is, made some tweaks to it. I had to put the hopper here. This is the first obvious change because some snowballs were falling onto this block, so I've had to put a hopper here. Not the greatest, it kind of detracts from the look a little bit, but it's not too bad. Could be better, but there's no other obvious solutions to it, unfortunately. So, we've got the hopper there, it all flows into the same chest, got some snowballs in there, and I also cleaned up the redstone back here. As you can see, we've got everything kind of all organized now. I put stone bricks under everything, slabbed it off to prevent mob spawns, all that kind of stuff. I just kind of want to give you a quick idea as to what's going on here, and then we're going to go do something else today. So, the only thing we've not really done in here at the moment is actually set down an area to farm, well, to have like a chest with shovels in it. That's the only thing we've not done, and I'm not really sure right now where I'm going to put it either, so we're not going to worry about that one today, but probably it will be set down at some point in the future, and you'll probably see it in future episodes. So, just did want to show you that. I guess we can show how it works as well. I did actually speed up the clock to make it go a little faster. Just use this, I guess. It's not a big deal. Get a bunch of snow, and we'll let it do its thing. It would have worked fine without it, but it's not too bad. Pushes it in there and then the snow gets transferred. Pretty cool stuff. This right here is just to send it to the tiered item archive, which is that hopper below there. Just set all the signs up and that kind of thing as well. So I really do like this. It's a good farm. I'm very proud of it. The fact that I came up with it on my own is pretty cool. So, I guess moving swiftly on here today, I think we should take a look and solve a couple of problems with tier, because I've been working on this a little bit off camera as well, but I've kind of ran into a few hiccups, so we should probably take a look at that today and see if we can work those out. And then later in the episode we're going to build a fish farm. So that's kind of the plan. Let me see, what have I got? I've got loads of random stuff in here. So basically the issues I've got is I have the wood types, for example, and there are 6 wood types, and this is the same for planks, stairs, slabs, and things of that nature. So this, though, right here is 7 blocks. So we have a little bit of a problem. I think we need to come up with something to go down the middle. Now, I don't think just a plain divider would look very good, and it would kind of make the room look weird, in a sense, because this is just all one long strip, but this wouldn't be. So what I think we should do is move some of these woods around, and then probably put a wooden-based item in the middle. So, something that you would consider a wooden block, chests for example, and stuff like that. So let's move some of these wood types and see how this looks. So put acacia at the end, whoops. Acacia at the end, and dark oak. Gonna have to move the wood, of course, as well, and we'll see if we can figure out this problem. So acacia, jungle, and dark oak, and we'll probably put in the middle there chests, because we're gonna have a lot of those chests. Here we go. I guess we'll put those in there for now. We could also have the bottom chest for trap chests, that kind of thing. And if we were to build this upper layer, then we would want another wooden-based item. So, what could that be? We could do doors, I think. That would definitely be one, which would be useful. I mean, you put some of this wood away here. Spruce wood. I don't really want the planks being put in there. What else is a wooden product? Crafting tables. They're more of a miscellaneous item, aren't they, really? But it is a wooden-based block product, so we could use crafting tables. Sounds like the mobs are burning up. What, do we have any wooden-based products lying around here? Because doors, signs maybe? Signs I would consider more of an item though. So I'm not sure. But I think that that would solve our problem here with this. Is if we add something that is a wooden product to divide it up. So this up here will be planks, and then after that we will have the stairs and slabs on this side. So I think that probably solves our problem. I'm just going to have to probably look over what items I do have to try and find 4 wooden products that would suit being in that general area. So why don't we work on tier a little bit then, and set up the next layer here. I don't know what all is missing really, just chests by the looks of things. Do I have any dirt in that box? No, I do not. I have no dirt. And that spider up there, that spider's going to drive me insane. That's the big disadvantage with this area, because it's not very well lit up yet. Sand, I guess sand will do for right now to do some pillaring with. We do have some item frames, but not a lot of item frames, so we'll probably need to go breed up the cows again relatively soon. I wish you'd just lose aggro, to be honest, and stop making that racket. So, I kind of set up this floor just fine. So, oh, the spider's back. How did I do this? The chests are like this. Oh, we don't have any quartz. I still need to go quartz mining. So I guess we'll have to do that another day. I'm not going to work on that today. I guess we'll just set up as much of this as we can right now and start and get some more items moved in. I have moved the items in, well, at least some of them that I have set up over there, so dirt and that kind of thing has all been moved in. I think I did it like this. Yeah. So these lamps, they're not quite, well, the levers aren't quite in the right position, so we're going to have to alter that for this. The cow farm is just above us, actually. Look at that. And then here, I don't know what I put in here. Did I put cyan in, or? Oh no, this is where the quartz is, so you wouldn't see any of that, actually. You wouldn't see that because the quartz stairs sit there inset. So little crisis averted, I guess there would be the appropriate term. We kind of know what we're going to do now. Oop, I want my sand and get pillared back up here. And let's set this up. I do need to make some more trap chests out of tripwire hooks, but I'll probably do that off camera, not a big deal. And I'll take some solid blocks just so that I can miss. Gosh. And let's get this chest set up. There we go. Not really sure why sometimes they go the other way. I don't know about that, to be honest. So pick that up, and we just need some quartz stairs and slabs by the looks of it for that. And we'll be able to start moving in wooden planks and things like that. I don't know if I have any wooden planks lying around. I have that one. Oh, I do have some quartz stairs, but not many. I have some quartz too. Look at that. I did not notice that. Let's make some then. Let's make some quartz stairs. Fix that up. And we don't need many slabs, but we do need 7. And I don't have any in here, do I? Nope. We have tripwire hooks too. I have a lot of stuff here. I must have forgotten just how much stuff I have here. So, I also need to make 2 more of these to make the required amount of slabs I need. There we go. Spider is still on me. So let's get up here, I guess, and start and set some of these down. May need to move these chests temporarily so that I can get through. There we go. Quite difficult to do, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's just get in here if we can. Gonna make sure that these stairs are not placed like that. It could become a problem if or that. if this happens. So there we go. And we've just got that last one, which I think we should be able to do just like that. And then the slabs, these are a lot easier to do, as we can just run them across. And let's get our chests and trap chests out. Trap chests. And regular chests alternating, like so. Basically out of room now, and I'm a chest short, look at that. Or apparently I'm now gained a chest from nowhere. I'm not really sure what happened there. Must have picked it up, possibly. Okay, so we've got that set up. Now we need our item frames. Do have some spare leather, so I could make some more. We need some wood, though. I have got that little square of dirt set up there. I've been farming dark oak trees for chests. Some sticks in there. We've got some oak planks, which we can put away. And do we have any other wood? This is all cobble, I think, in here. And we have a junk one, yeah, on the end. So I'm going to need a bit more wood. Thankfully, that's what I'm organising right now. I've got the oak planks. So let's make... What do I need? Just two more item frames to make 7. Let's make 2 more item frames, and let's get back right up there and put those on. Just like so. And we can get our planks in there. I apologise, I'm saying "and" a lot. It's a go-to word, unfortunately. I don't know any other ways of putting it. So we've got the sprucey spruce plank. I can make birch planks. I think I have some of each style of wood, so not too worried here. Got spruce. That's chests. Let's make some jungle. We want some dark oak and some acacia. And then we've just got to figure out what we want to put in the center, I suppose. So let's get back up and put these in. Dark oak goes in that one. Acacia in the one on the end. Jungle goes there. And birch is the last one remaining. And that goes right there. So now we can deposit. Or did I have birch? Oh, I have birch there. I'd like them to match up, because I just kind of assume, and I've lost them. I just assume that what I'm looking for is going to be straight up above, so let's try and make it line up as best we can. I might put doors in there, I think. There we go. And now we can start and put our various different planks, that's dark oak, away where we have them stored. Okay, so that part is fixed up. I guess probably off camera I will add more, and I'll probably set up the stairs and the slabs as well, and add some wooden products to those 4 gaps. Up here, the ones that we're missing are pod sole, and I'm not sure what I'm going to make that one right now. I'm looking for something that probably you get in large volumes and sort of falls into that category. Which I don't really have right now, but I'm sure there'll be something. This is kind of all stone products, so I'm not sure what that one might be. I've contemplated maybe making that hardened clay or something like that, is what that might be. There's a good chance that that will be the case, and then I'll have stains somewhere else. One thing I have learned is this floor alone is not going to be enough for all the blocks that I currently have access to in this game, so we're probably going to need at least 2 floors for blocks, and then possibly as many as 3 floors for all the items. Though I'm going to go with a slightly different design for items than this. It's going to be the same style, in a sense that the chest will be in the same sort of look, but it will be a whole wall panel, rather than being divided up like this is, into sections. Because I think that items, a lot of items can't really be grouped, in a sense. They're kind of all random in their own unique sense, like all the dyes and leather and bone meal, apples, and so on and so forth. So I'm probably going to have nice big walls of them for all the different items, and then just kind of group categories together in that way. So like all the food products will be with one another, and all of the dyes will be with each other, that kind of thing. That's what I think I'm going to go for, rather than having the amount of broken up parts that this one does. I think this floor is going to be mainly now reserved for really common blocks, so wood, stone, dirt, gravel. Possibly there's going to be sand, sandstone. I'm tempted to put bricks up here because they have their own sort of category, I guess. Stone bricks, definitely up here. I use those a lot. And maybe other really, really common blocks that I find that I'm using all the time. Sand, possibly glass, and then have the stain somewhere else. That kind of thing. A lot of the raw material blocks that you have in this game will probably go on this floor, as it's the most convenient floor. It's near all of my exits and so on and so forth, so it would make sense to have the most useful items near the exit points and the useless items right at the bottom that I never ever touch. So down at the bottom there'll probably be stuff like written books and that kind of stuff, things that don't really come up too often. Possibly Eyes of Ender, things of that nature will probably go down on the bottom floor that I just don't mess with very often. So, with that little bit fixed up, I think now what we should do is start work on the fish farm. So, if you've not noticed already, I'm trying to keep this episode kind of fast-paced. I want to have a bit of a change from our regular slow style of gameplay and try and mix it up a little bit and do a number of projects today, mainly sort of littler things. So, I'm going to build the fish farm down here again, this familiar area, because farms that are not really crop or animal based are going down here, and fish farms fall into that category. So we have this down here which leads to the zombie grinder, which we obviously don't want to interrupt what we've got going on there, and the snow golem farm is over here. So I think maybe somewhere such as right here might be a good location. We've just got to leave room for redstone wiring, and I think we'll have enough for that, because the pistons will be here, because they'll obviously be extended, and then you've got room for wire in there, basically all the way up to here pretty much for wiring. So I think that will be good for the door. So we'll make the room on the other side of this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clear some space, and then I'm going to run around and gather up the supplies, and we will set up the fish farm here, and probably the door as well. Okay guys, so I've carved out a room and ran around my base and got all the supplies we need for the fish farm here. And oh boy, I need to finish tier soon, because I have stuff everywhere. And I would really like to condense it all into one area. I'm having to run it all over the base to get the supplies I need. One other thing I did do, though, is I picked up some fences, which are a good wooden block for that top section of the wood storage area. So fences, probably fence gates, and I think trap doors will be going in the area with the stairs and the slabs. So looking pretty good. So let's start on the fish farm then. This is a very, very small fish farm, but it works when you're AFK. This is what we're going to be using it for. This is not my design. This is Panda's design, which there will be a link in the description so you can go and check out his tutorial for, so that you can build this yourself. So I'm just going to work on setting this up here as best I can, and I'm kind of going from memory a little bit here, so you'll have to excuse me for the moment. So now we're going to get some chests going. I want a chest there, and a chest here. That stores the loot nice and conveniently. Not many supplies involved in building this, to be honest, but there's a few. So we want to make sure that everything is going to plan here. Now the pressure plate goes there, and want some building blocks I think here. So We want to surround this with blocks. Oop, just like so. And let's get our iron door. And we need to make sure that it's faced open, not closed. That's very important. Guess we can pick the rest of this stuff up now. The water is actually going to be placed on the wall. That won't flow anywhere. So we're done with that bucket now. And the next job here is to start and wire up the redstone for it. I'm just going to kind of finish a couple of bits here. We do want to put blocks all around the door. Here we go. And the door we want to place here facing, not that way, the other way, towards that angle of the door. I guess, do we have to stand this way? Yeah, I thought so. And we'll encase this, make it look fairly nice. And then we've got to start work on the redstone for this project. So let's get started with that. Okay guys, so let's get started on the redstone. Sounds like we've got a zombie up there making racket. Shouldn't be too much of an issue though. So we want to put down some blocks here and there. We get our tripwire hooks in place now, and our string. Then we're going to get our lever, and we'll turn it on so that this is not going to start randomly going off. And we're going to want to put a block there. And this is where it begins to get tricky, because I am beginning to go foggy in terms of memory. I think a repeater goes there, and then we need a block in front of it. And we put redstone there, but I'm gonna put a stone brick down so I know it's redstone. Then we bring it out like this, and then I think up and into the door. This I'm not sure is right. I think there might be a repeater there, and I'll double check that in a moment here, because we also need to get a small torch tower going. So we're gonna pull this out of the other side, and that is then going to go into a block with a torch on it, and then a block, and then another torch, and then we're going to wire straight back into the door, and then we're going to get back up here again. And now once we're in the door, we want to put a repeater there, I think, as well. And I believe that that is everything for that part. I could be wrong though. We have 2 torches left. This is not good. There's meant to be more than that. Well, there's meant to be less actually, because we want a torch here. We want a repeater facing that way, I believe. Or no, I don't think so. I think the repeater's meant to be facing there. And we are a redstone dust short, so that's obviously been misplaced. I think this is going to go like that. Or it could be the other way around. I'm not really too sure. Again, I don't build these very often, so I'm going from memory. So let me just double check the redstone here, guys, and then we'll test it. Okay, guys, just a slight error on my part. There's meant to be a redstone torch there, but everything else other than that looks good. So now we are ready to wrap up the build and give it a go. So this farm is going to be very, very useful for us, because we'll be able to get the enchanted books you can get from fishing now, which is pretty darn cool, I have to say. And it basically is finished at this point. I could hide some of the redstone if I really wanted to. Just by sort of doing this, and it wouldn't be a big deal. Something a bit like that. And I guess I could get fancy with it if I really wanted to and cover up the chests and all the rest of it, but it's looking good, except that's meant to be a clock. So what's happened here? Let's figure out this. Where did that end up? Because I just dropped a stone brick and it went into this hopper. Did it end up in here maybe? I'm not sure what happened to that. So the idea is this is meant to be a redstone clock. So what happened here? I had a problem before when I tried to build this world. Build this design in a world. It doesn't seem to want to work. So that's meant to power that. It could be a delay issue here. Nope. So it's not that. We could try extending the delay of that, maybe. No, I don't think it's a delay issue because it's not happening at all. Something must be not quite wired up right. Is there a redstone missing somewhere that I broke by mistake? That's in place. I think it's to do with this right here. I'm not really sure what this is all about. I think there's meant to be a redstone dust there that I don't currently have. I don't have it on me either, nor in the chest. And this repeater seems a bit of a spare part, which is never good. Well, this is why we test things. So let me run and get some redstone and figure this one out, and then I'll be back. Problem solved, and I've also picked up some fishing rods as well, so we can actually test it. The problem was I actually got a redstone dust mixed up. There was meant to be a redstone dust there, which we figured out, and there needed to be a repeater here instead of a redstone dust, which is what I had here to push it through the block. So the clock now does work, and this farm is fully functional now. So the idea is we go in here, I guess, and let me put some fishing rods into the system first. Although we could have done with one, really. That was kind of a foolish move. Where does the carpet end up? In there? I thought so. So we need a dropper facing forward. Actually, I need a fishing rod first. There we go. Dropper, carpet, fishing rod. And let's patch this up a little bit. Back to how it used to look. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And let's get inside. Turn it on. And the idea is we aim at the bottom half of the iron door till it gets locked into place. And we either hold down the right mouse button. Whoops. That was me misclicking, by the way. We hold it here until either a fish bites, and then it gets collected and we throw again. Or, the other alternative is obviously to let go. And this farm will be useful for AFKing. If you want to, you can rebind your right mouse button to a key and put something on that key and leave it. But it does not work if you tab out of the game, unlike some other farms. This is not an AFK farms in that regard. So you can AFK at it, but the window still has to be up, if that makes sense. There we go. We got something there. I didn't quite see what that was, but we can check that in the loot in a minute. So I guess, actually we'll do it now. We got a raw salmon. Turn it off. There is a fishing rod firing system which will return it if we already have one. The other important thing to do here, which is something I neglected to do, is actually fill up your inventory with blocks or items. So do something a little bit like this, just to stop you picking up the fishing rods. And if you want to stop using it, you put your fishing rod back in the dropper. And obviously you can empty out your inventory again and see what you get. So I'm going to definitely be using this off camera, and hopefully we'll get some decent loot out of it. This does work on servers, by the way, though it can be a bit hit and miss on servers. It's very connection based, as fishing in general is, so just be mindful of that. We still need to do a little bit of room decoration in here, but I'm not sure what to exactly do in here. Plus we need to do the door. So what I think we may do is we may do that another day. We may actually come and do that when we clean this corridor up at some point. I'm thinking I might want to have like a glass fish tank, possibly, where droppers randomly shoot out fish from the ceiling, and then they go back down into hoppers and get recollected through, possibly. And there's like an on-off switch for that, maybe. But we're going to need fish to do that, so I'm going to need to use this farm before being able to do that. So off camera I'm going to wire up the door. We've seen that a million times before, so I'm pretty sure that you won't be wanting to see that again. And I'll be using it, and probably next episode we will either finish this whole area off, or we may go work on something else. The next project I really want to do is the ice farm, now that we have access to snow, and that's working correctly. This was just a small fun project to do as a little side project for useful loot. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll decide what we want to do next episode when we reach it, I guess. So I'm going to pick up that chest, probably stash it in here with all of this loot for right now. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, guys. Let me know what you think to a slightly different style here today. Decided to do a bunch of little random things. Let me know if you like these kind of episodes where I do bunches of little random things, or if you prefer big, longer project episodes. Myself, I like to have a mix of the two, but I would like to hear your guys' feedback on it. So let me know in the comments what you think about that one. And hopefully I will see you next time. So until then, guys, see you later, and have a good day.